Weiler's house, Foster house, Cone house, Caesar's house. An apocalypse. I knew it was gonna be bad. This was my childhood home. I just bought it off paid off my mom's reverse mortgage and saved the family home. We just finished construction rebuilding 2 years ago, after 2. So we've been in the house about 6-7 months. So by 2, we had embers raining down.
Wow.
We had a couple of spot fires on that side of the street in the backyards of a couple of houses.
Wow.
So we were breaking down people's fences.
Did you see firefighters at that point? Or
No. They were dealing with structures, and a lot of what we had in our little neighborhood, which is called Pacific Palisades, were little spot fires. And then I'd say right before it got dark, so maybe 4:30 was when all hell broke loose. And it was just everywhere. Your neighbor's house is on fire. I think it's just the garage in the back house. Car's gone. I was under the impression that both of my neighbors on either side had been canceled by their homeowner's insurance. So we made it a point to save their houses. My son was driving up and down the streets looking for spot fires, and if it was too big, he'd come home and get us.
We decided to stand our ground and fight the fire and see if we could save our house. If not, we were ready to leave on a dime if it was something we couldn't handle and we needed to leave.
Redondo Beach's finest saved multiple houses in our little community and fought their ass off in the Sunset Mesa.
I think Steve being here definitely made an impact on his surrounding neighbors and potentially even as far up, all the way up the block. I saw him driving up and down in his track hawk.
I've stayed around because we have a few people in the neighborhood that have nothing and need help and support. So we've been running humanitarian aid to them, water, food, fuel, feeding them. And I'm staying until the rest of my neighbors come back. I'm not gonna leave when there's things that I can do to help. And this neighborhood, right now, there's really nobody to help. This is where Michael lives. He's the last remaining homeowner in the Sunset Mesa, and this is where we've been delivering our food and water and supplies to keep him going.
We call him Sir Steve, you know. Have Foster.
Yeah.
Steve came by. I remember it was 1 or 2.
I met you like on day 2. You were walking your dogs.
Yeah, and he whistled, hailed me down, or somehow we connected. You need any help? I said, well, you know, not a beggar in that sense, but you know, I had no access, no water, no electricity, no Wi-Fi, no anything. And he said, hey, you need anything? I said, well, what do you got? And we sort of connected, and he's been extremely, extremely helpful. And close your ears.
Okay.
And just a really decent human being.
I texted one of my neighbors the other day that you can't ever meet a prouder father. I am so proud of my son. You know, like any 21-year-old, he's capable of playing video games for 8 hours. I didn't know he was capable of fighting fires for 22.
We've been through a lot together, but nothing to this extent with each other. And I think, yeah, and we were even joking with each other, calling each other like partner in firefighting and stuff like that. So it was very sweet.